I'll be more.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a copy here of the government's response to the developments last night addressed to the Home Affairs Select Committee, and I have to say that I find this response completely unacceptable. Is the government seriously implying that Fiona and Ellie, who have been disbelieved and called liars by the British state their entire lives, are spreading misinformation about a process that they have been directly involved in? Because that would be a deeply damaging thing for any government to imply. And worse, Mr. Speaker, there is a line in this letter about the government's proposed inquiry in Oldham, which says the government, and I quote, have been in discussions with Oldham Council about the right approach for Oldham. But how can that possibly be right? How can the Home Office discuss the right approach with the very local authorities that they are being investigated? It would be like the Post Office sitting down with the Post Office to negotiate how they should be investigated. So can the Minister explain how the government will be restoring trust right now in this process, given the contents of this letter that the Minister sent to the Home Affairs Select Committee last night?
Minister.
Can I just be completely clear? They are not spreading misinformation at all, but his interpretation is a brilliant case in point, because I will be completely honest, the conversation with Oldham is, do we not think it might be better for them just to take part in a statutory inquiry? That it is absolutely nothing to do with the idea that Oldham is telling me what to do. And the more people from that side, he can hold up his paper and have a smug face all he likes, but the fact of the matter is that there is absolutely no council in this country who will tell this inquiry where it can and cannot go. I have said that 1,000,000 times from this dispatch box, and yet the same thing gets peddled again and again.
Wow. Talk about a complete and utter meltdown. Jess Phillips just showed her true colors right there. Rob came in with receipts, literally holding the government's own response, and asked completely valid questions. He rightly points out that the government is basically implying that victims like Fiona and Ellie are spreading misinformation about a process that they have been directly involved in. These are women who have been called liars by the British state their entire lives, and the minute someone holds the government's feet to the fire, what does Phillips do? She resorts to childish insults. Look at her reaction. Instead of taking accountability, she lashes out with, "Oh, he can hold up his paper and have a smug face all he likes." A smug face? Are we in high school? Or is this the House of Commons? You're dealing with one of the most horrific scandals in British history, and you're throwing a tantrum because a member of Parliament dared to read your own letter back to you. And let's talk about the absolute absurdity of her actual argument. The government admits they have been in discussions with Oldham Council about the right approach for Oldham. Rob nailed it with his analogy. It's exactly like the post office sitting down with the post office to negotiate how they should be investigated. It makes zero sense. It's like asking the fox to help you design the security system for the henhouse. You cannot have the institution under investigation dictating or even discussing the terms of that investigation. It is a massive conflict of interest. Phillips can scream 1,000,000 times from this dispatch box that absolutely no council in this country who will tell this inquiry where it can and cannot go. But her own department's letter says otherwise. The victims deserve a fully independent inquiry, not some backroom deal between politicians and the councils that failed these girls in the first place. The fact that she gets so defensive and irate just proves Rob hit the nail right on the head. What do you guys think? Is Jess Phillips totally out of line here? Or is she just terrified of what a real independent inquiry will uncover? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy content like this.